I keep you bitches 6 inches when I'm switching from mark to ammunition. Listen, this is new for the kids in position, waiting to escape each clip and evicted. You're 6-bit, 666 each digit, profit from these licks and keep my spits prolific. In an instant, I'ma live a life like Mystic. Stay high to defy the laws of physics. Critics kiss my ass, you can witness ever missing when I aim at a misfit. His shit ain't equipped with enough to have ammo when the King Sarge wig split. Give it a 0 and I'm a 15 like AR. You can live your life in the graveyard. Life, you're not gonna take ours. I got a lot to say than just 8 bars. If you hate ours, this day you might make ours. Something frightening's about to happen. Lightning strikes the mic when I be rapping. Don't even come and tell me you saw me blasted. I'll be flashing, ego smashing. Nobody will close my casket.
Live from the graveyard, 3 young riders, ammunition, King Czar, Mac Pacino.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down. Day to night, hood to hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
I'm telling them big cheers for the reason us bitch ass niggas hating. Nigga ride through my hood on go dating. Split the script from a strap erase. Somebody dropped in the middle of sex. Got his ass with a missile, now he's really wet. It's a killer set. I got mental threats, and on top of that, I'm a lunatic. My niggas be tripping on me sometimes, saying that a nigga be out his mind. So evacuate, in other words, vacate. Cause a nigga like me might premeditate. I'm full of danger, oops, I mean anger shit, but I guess they both apply. See eye to eye, not me, my nigga. You got 20/20 vision, peek my trigger. It's lovely, ain't it, nigga? That's my bitch. We done fucked around, and this some main shit, untamed shit, insane shit. And every time I get done, it's an empty clip. I don't understand, but I'm on the edge. I guess I'm part of the living dead. That's what I said. From me, don't listen. Crazy, sorry, got hollows hissing. Walk with me, go kill with me, pull guns with me, come kill with me, come ride with me, go spill with me. If you don't fuck with me, you history. One lifeline gone, and it's sick. And the death's with me, it run blood stick. Torture chamber, bottom pit, the home of a deranged out lunatic.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down.
Yeah, welcome. It's Talk Is Tuesday, baby. We up in here. It's a party going on over here, man. What up, Ryan?
What's up? What cracking lacking, Dennis?
That's right,
C-Dub.
right. C-Dub in the building.
What up, fam? How y'all living?
We living good.
Yeet. Never want to yeet on yourself.
Nah, don't yeet yourself.
Yeah, you got to get, you can get all yeet out, but don't be yeeting on yourself. That's what a wise man told me.
Oh, man, listen. As far as the show today, man, the show today is going to be a good one, man. First thing I want to say is rest in peace to the Hall of Famer, one of the greatest running backs in the 70s, O.J. Simpson. All right? They won't give him his credit. They ain't going to give him his just due because of what happened to him off the field. And even though he was found not guilty, they still found ways to get mad at him and take him away from things. But rest in peace to the juice, O.J. Simpson, man. That's what I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to start it. But we're going to start with them trash-ass players, man.
My first trash-ass player, and I say this every year. Montez Sweat said, I'm not losing to the Green Bay Packers this year coming up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm lost. You lost me with that one, Ron.
My whole thing, be quiet, because how many times y'all do beat the Green Bay Packers? How many?
First time would be the first time, right?
But he said, I'm not losing. So you got to play them twice, right? A year.
What's that, check?
I will not be saying nothing. You giving the other team building board material.
Right. But, I mean, it is the oldest rivalry in
NFL. I understand all that, but you still giving another team building board material. So when y'all do play each other, oh, you said this? Oh, okay. Well, we finna take you out of the game. We finna put 3 offensive linemen on you, so you cannot do your job. And my last so-far player, Dennis.
Trash. You mean trash ass player.
I mean, yeah, trash ass player, my bad. Remember the other day when you were talking about your boy Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons.
Micah, all same thing. Well, a couple of years ago, I said he was going to be a bust in the NFL.
Yes, you did.
And I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong about
it. Man,
did you hear that, Trish? Did you hear that, Chocolate?
I heard it. I had to look a little closer to make sure I heard it. But I heard
Is there any Hennessy over there?
No.
Has she been drinking on my slits?
I got some.
I actually go get something to drink after that. But that was good. That was good.
I'm getting one.
I was wrong about him. He in my book, he a top 5 pass rusher today in the NFL.
Okay.
Okay.
So
you the trash ass player then? That what you saying?
Yep. Yep. So all you Dallas fans, don't be on Facebook at me. Be like, you said he was. Yeah, I can admit.
I hope you listening out there, Pops.
Yeah.
Pops Henry, you out there listening?
Pop's like, I heard. Everybody wants to be a part of the Cowboys.
Right. So there you go, Pops.
All right.
Okay. Chocolate Girl, how you doing, Chocolate Girl?
Chocolate Girl's okay. I'm okay. I'm still amped from last night. I'm good.
Okay. That's what's up. So what you got for trash ass players, Chocolate Girl?
Well, first of all those people that have been talking shiggity about Angel Reese and how she's just a pretty face but not a real baller. She went number 7 in the draft. So no, she didn't go number 1, but she went 7. And people didn't expect her to go 7. They thought she would be like 11 or 12. But she was number 7 in the WNBA draft. So suck on that. So trash to all of y'all who thought she wasn't going to be any good. That's 1. 2. I'm in a lot of Steelers groups. And Steelers fans, we are a unique bunch of people. But I have really grown tired of our fans being unrealistic. I had to get into it with a fella this weekend, and I had to just ask him, look, who do you think we are? We're not Dallas Cowboy fans. We're honest about our team. We don't come every year talking all this nonsense about what we're going to do. We just get out there and work hard to try to do it. We just don't talk about it. And I said, what is wrong with y'all? So the off season, we've been we've been signing folk, moving pieces around, taking out the trash, bringing good stuff in. And I'm still seeing our fans complaining. Well, we need a playoff game. You know what? Shut up. Shut up. I want to see any one of them step up as head coach and get the success that we have had so far, given what we've had to work with over the past 8 to 10 years. I would just love to see it. People have revisionist history. They always want to go back to when we had the Killer Bees, that he should have won with them, but they never remember how those 3 seasons went and how the injuries went and who was injured when, who was in, who was out. They never think about that. All they think about is the bottom line. We didn't win. So they on my trash ass player list for today. All Steeler fans except me. Because I don't care what goes on. I'm always there, and I'm always going to be there for my Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's 2. 3, LeBron James. I am so sick and tired of you and your crazy messages. That poor excuse for a podcast called Mind the Game isn't even about minding the game. It's a PR campaign for you. Why don't you just be honest about it? You and the simp JJ Redick that you got to be your mouthpiece. Why don't you be honest about it and just say what it is? I literally have been going through YouTube just watching sports podcasts. Anytime they posted about Mind the Game, I just want to hear what other people were thinking and what other people have been saying. I'm not alone on this. Most people are saying the same thing. The only people who are really loving that podcast is LeBron stans, not fans, the stans, the crazy fanatical ones that believe that LeBron can't do no wrong and all up on his jock all day, every day, those people. But everybody else sees this for what it is. Just be honest about it. You're looking real stupid right now. You're looking real stupid and you're looking thirsty. You might as well give it up. Stop chasing that ghost. And because people have been trying to tell you, no matter what you do, you will never be the GOAT. You just need to wrap your stuff around that and keep it moving and ride on out into the sunset. Just ride on out. You're a damn good player. You're the best of this current generation. Leave it at that. But you'll never be the GOAT, honey. That ship is sailed. It's sailed. See, you heard the horn going away? The ship gone. Let it go. That's it. I could say more, but I'm going to let it stop right there.
See,
just don't hold it back anymore. Just let it go. I mean, because seal don't feel. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I mean, all right. Trash ass players. Can I give one to management? Because I've been watching from afar the Atlanta Braves. And yes, they still do well. They can hit the ball. But my problem is this. When you go into an off season, I always go, let's make sure we're the best at everywhere. You know what? Instead of getting an old guy for $20 million, how about we get someone younger? Just a thought. And now we have our ace out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, am I wrong? Did the year just start?
Mm-hmm.
So he's out for the whole daggone year. So I'm sorry. It's not about Strider. I want him to get well. But Alex Anthopoulos, you, my friend, are getting trash ass player because right now you did not prepare this team and you're going to have to figure a way to get some legit pitching and maybe have to loosen the purse strings. I don't know. It's not like you have a lefty who's about to have a contract year. You could have locked him up, but now we don't do that. I don't. What do I know? I'm just a big guy that watches sports from my chair. Anyway, so there's him, another trash ass player that I want to contact. More like a commentator, but someone that, look, I know some people love this man, but I am sick to death of Pat McAfee. When I hear him on my wrestling, I am asking God to make a device where I could just mute him, but I can hear everything else. That would be heaven for me because this man keeps messing that up. And not only that, on ESPN, he's truly the sore thumb in that thing. I don't watch ESPN. I have stopped. for quite a few years now. And I keep hearing about, if you want to get him mad, talk about his ratings, because he gets very defensive about that. And then, I was going to talk about LeBron James, because LeBron is a trash ass player for one reason. All this talk about 65 games is too much now. And if you look at the Olympic team, they should have been called, the load management team, because I don't think I've ever seen any of those guys play full 82 games. It's like this. I like these guys. I like LeBron, but when he starts trying to defend himself, Chocolate Girl, you are so right. He sounds so petty. He sounds so, he's just a whiny punk. And I just can't stand to say that, because I like the player. I like what he could do on the court. But man, when he starts talking, I just want to go, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't even hear his voice anymore. I'm sick of hearing it.
And now he's teaming with JJ Redick. Man, when I heard that they were going to do a podcast, I'm going, what's the commonality besides Rich Paul, probably, or Clutch or whatever that they're a part of? But I'm sorry, what are you trying to symbolize? What are you trying to, lie to people and say, oh, I'm the best? No, you're not. LeBron's coming off as, you remember the character in Living Color Damon Wayans would do, where he's pontificating and let me emphasize, and then you pull back and he's in that's LeBron. Not that he'll be in jail, but he's trying to talk like he's the scholar when everyone's looking at him going, dude, you didn't get out of high school. What are you talking about? I'm just saying, because people can say that with him. But LeBron is the best player of this generation. Problem is, this generation ain't really that cracked up, because this is the generation where we had to have rules to play games, and then we also are still having a commissioner crying about no one's giving effort in an all-star game. Oh, LeBron, you're the leader of that. That's your legacy. Trash ass for that. Oh, and all that LeBron talk? What seed is he? Oh, yeah, his team, 8th seed.
Yep. Your turn, Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dennis, I'm sorry. Hey, Dennis.
That's good. That's good. That was good to hear.
Welcome back.
That LeBron
We miss you.
talk just makes you want to eat water ice. That LeBron talk.
Not the water ice.
Water
Come on,
ice.
man.
I like the way you said it too. You said it water ice. Look at you. You come along, man.
I had a great teacher. You got me on it.
I see you trying to get the North Philly. I see you. Anyway, look, the trash ass players. This is my trash ass player, right? There's a lot of hate out there for Caleb Williams. And I know I'm a guy that be saying like certain players are bust or certain players I just don't trust. But at this point, let that young man play football first before we just throw him in the trash. Like, y'all just so quick to just go, oh, he's going to be a bust. I don't even know why they draft. Is he really? Like, do you know that? Right. I've heard some people, what's the crazy thing, Ryan? I've heard some people say this. Oh, he played with a hot weather team. He ain't going to make it in Chicago. So then I sat there and said to myself, well, who's the best quarterback in the league? Patrick Mahomes. Didn't he play for Texas Tech? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't Texas Tech in Texas? Yeah. Ain't it hot there? Yeah. Who play for them?
They near Mexico.
Kansas City. Ain't that a cold weather team? Yeah. So the weather even matter? The fuck?
People stupid. They oversimplify bullcrap.
Look, man, they look for anything. He got pink fingernails and a pink phone. It's not a guy I can trust in my franchise. Are you a Chicago Bears fan? No. What do you care? When did you start investing so much in the Chicago Bears?
He got a pink phone.
he got a pink phone and pink fingernails.
and pink fingernails. I can't trust him. He ain't a leader of men. Who cares?
Maybe he's a Heart Foundation guy.
How do they know that he's not a leader of man just because
Because he cried on his mom. Because he cried on his mom's arms after he lost.
I mean, I brought that up myself, but yeah, I get that.
It's called a mother's love. It's called a mother's love.
I'm gonna say this.
Some people haven't had a mother's love. It's called a mother's love.
I don't have a lot of trust in him myself, but I'm not gonna go out here on a limb and just say he's gonna be a bust. I can't say that. Nobody can say that. People who are saying that need to shut up. To be honest,
what I'm gonna say when I say about Caleb is always the same. He's got to have the right coach. We got to see what he can do and go from there.
Everybody.
All right,
Everybody
and that's everybody. It's not just
That's not my issue with him. My issue with him was when he was demanding all this stuff before he stepped 1 foot in the league.
Sharon, I didn't hear him say that, so I'm not going to go on that. This is a video era, okay? If somebody commits a crime, I'm just telling you what I'm saying. If somebody commits a crime, like Rashid Rice, they had video of it.
Right.
So if you telling me a player said something and there's no video of him saying it, I don't believe it.
No, I got you.
I tend not to either. I'm just saying the reports seem to be coming from everywhere that this is what his agent or whoever, mama or somebody, was trying to say that that's what they want. But also, it's just some of the things that he has said. That's what I'm talking about. But we need to give a man a shot. I mean, Chicago go draft him, and Chicago does not have a good history with quarterbacks.
Right, and that's what I was trying to go. That was my issue. If you cannot do good with Justin Fields as a head coach, how you gonna teach the young man you finna draft?
Mm-hmm. Ron, I brought that up a lot.
That could be true. Then again, they may not draft him. The Bears may not draft him. There's no guarantee.
Do they have the same head coach?
They got the same head coach.
Yeah.
How long has he been there? Is it 3 seasons?
I want to say 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 3 seasons.
That my only problem.
Well,
I know.
That's my problem with Chicago. I agree with you.
Dennis know. Somebody said to me that Dennis know this. Oh, I don't trust my head coach. So you traded Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh.
Tell him, Ron.
I don't think that was a head coach decision. I think that was more the GM. The GM, I'm gonna tell you why I say that. The GM is. All right, never mind. I'll let you go. Then I tell my story gonna be a little long.
Don't get me wrong. That was a good trade for Pittsburgh. Great trade. I wanted Justin Fields out of there, but you finna draft the #1 pick, but with the same bum ass coach you've been having for 3 motherfucking years. But Chicago Bears fan been bitching and whining for 3 years about Justin Fields. How about fire his bum ass, the head coach? How about that?
I agree. What was that coach that did pretty good with the Lions, but they let him go anyway?
Caldwell.
That's who the Bears need to go get.
Right.
They need to go get him.
But you traded Justin Fields, and you finna
draft. A lot of people here. I think Caldwell been Mark Jackson out the league,
and they can't get him back either.
So
because we got him on the Steelers now.
So I'm glad and me and you talk about this, Sharon. I'm glad y'all got Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
But Chicago Bears, y'all need to fire the head coach.
Nah. Just let them keep being bad like they are. I'm fine with that because I don't like none of them teams in that division anyway.
I'm gonna say this about the GM. The GM had to make a move and he didn't play this particularly well because he
Right.
should have got more for Justin Fields. But he had to make a move because there was no way he could pass up on 2 number 1 draft picks back to back years.
But he should.
I'm not saying that is right or is wrong, but as a GM, you could not have 2 number 1 draft picks and pass up on a 2-year shirt.
But this my thing. A quarterback like Justin Fields, what would you give up?
I'd have gave him a 2nd round pick for him. But the thing is, I know you got the first pick.
Right.
So now I'm not really looking to call him.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And
So
teams are
basically-
playing hardball.
See, last year when you had the first pick, I'm looking to call you because
Right.
it's a possibility you could trade the pick or trade the player, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But see, now it's 2 years in a row you had the first pick. I'm not really looking to call you. I ain't
So
calling you.
now you showing the whole NFL your hand.
Yeah, because now you're desperate.
You
Because
desperate.
you gotta show the NFL that you're a GM and you're capable of leading this team to the
Right.
promised land.
Right. So it go back to what you just said, Dennis. I'm not going to be desperate to get Justin Fields. And I know you trying your best to get off of Justin Fields.
Right. But back
That's why
to what I
Pittsburgh was like, you know what?
Now Chicago. Now then again, in all this, Chicago may not draft Caleb Williams.
I love the way Pittsburgh handled that. I love that shit. They were like, you know what?
No, Pittsburgh got something. Ryan, I don't care what nobody says. Pittsburgh got something on that G.
But what I'm saying, I love how Pittsburgh ran in the background like this.
If you look at the way Pittsburgh just been dummying, ain't no way in hell
But
that Chase Claypool value was higher than Justin Fields. Ain't no way in hell.
Thank you.
No way in hell.
But remember, Pittsburgh head coach was in the back like this.
We'll give you $5 for it.
We give you a Big Mac and some extra French fries
And a pack of Skittles.
and a pack of Skittles or another buddy for Justin Fields. Okay, cool.
Nah, we can't do the nutty buddy now.
Oh,
We can't do that.
You know what? Fudge round it.
but we gonna sit in the back. We already know we finna go get Justin Fields from Chicago Bears. We know this. So now we finna wait.
And not only that, who had a better deal? There was no better deal. They picked the Pittsburgh deal.
Wow.
I don't think that there wasn't no better deal. I don't think that they negotiated with nobody else.
So all this time you showing the whole NFL your hand.
No, there were 2 other teams from what I'm told.
Who was the team?
That was talking to Chicago, but Justin Fields didn't want to go there.
Who
He
was the
wanted
team?
to play for Tomlin.
Who
That's
was
why
the-
he's there.
Who was the team?
I don't know. Well, I do know, but I'll tell you off the camera.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, let me get back to the trash ass plays.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And more so what I was saying. As far as Caleb Williams is concerned, there's no guarantee that he's going to the Chicago Bears because I just don't know if they're going to make that decision. I know me personally.
Who do
if I
you
was
think
thinking-
they would get if they don't go for him? Who would they get?
I don't know. They probably go with the Jaden Daniels. Like,
Daniel.
Wow.
You
That
think
could
so?
go with. Yeah.
I mean, I like him. I'm just saying, everybody keeps pushing Caleb. I'm just saying, I just don't see them breaking the mold.
I think Caleb, and to me, Caleb is the second best QB in this draft. That's to me. The first best QB is Michael Penix. But Michael Penix is not going to get that NFL draft day hype because he's too old and he's injury prone. Those are his 2 knocks. That's the only 2 knocks he got. He's too old and he's injury prone.
But he could.
But Caleb to me is number 2.
He could get. They could trade with Washington Commodores.
Where does Jaden fall on your list?
Mine.
Dennis.
Probably
Dennis.
between 4 and 5.
Well, who's 3?
It's kind of like iffy. It's between 4 and 5. It's like shaky. Him and
Who's
JJ
3?
McCarthy are
Who's
like
the
shaky.
3?
But
Who's the 3?
3 is Drake May.
And he's a quarterback where?
North
North
Carolina.
Carolina.
No.
It's gonna be Drake.
Oh, he's not number 3, Dennis. Please. Please.
Drake May's number 3.
No, please let me talk to you. We'll talk after the show. No, he is not.
It's nothing to talk about, but he's number 3.
I'm just telling you, he's not. See, you're gonna make that same Mitchell Trubisky mistake. People.
I never said I was drafting any of them. Now, that's a different conversation.
I understand that. But he ain't number 3.
He's number 3.
And I only lightly watch college football, and I can tell from what I've watched, he is not the 3rd best quarterback in this draft. No. I hope people don't fall for that.
Oh, they falling for it.
I hope not.
If they falling for it, it's already possible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What was my other trash? Y'all made me lose train of thought. Maybe I should have wrote this down. I had another trash. I'll let y'all go. Let's go to certified. I had another. Y'all made me lose train of thought.
Well, you already started off the show with a certified player, O.J. Simpson. That's who I had. And I look at what the man done on the field. All that other bullshit for the birds. And it's so sad people cannot separate the football player from the person. They cannot separate those two. But my certified player, O.J. Simpson. And they're my only one. Then.
Okay. What you got over there, Chocolate Girl?
Okay. So I'm gonna piggyback off of Ron first about O.J. Simpson, Orenthal James Simpson. He was one of the most prolific running backs of all time in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
For me, he's top 5 all time. You can argue with your mama and the gatekeeper. I don't want to hear it. This man only played, 13 games in the season, and running more yards than half of the people that y'all want to put on the top 10. Nah. O.J. Simpson was a beast. In the 90s, when his case went down and all of that, it was a different time. A lot of people who were born then and who were adults then have influenced a whole other generation of sports fans and talked and vilified this man so badly that people younger than me don't even realize how great this man was on the football field. He wasn't the most likable person, especially the people in the black community. But on the football field, you would be hard pressed to beat that man.
What?
And he still holds records that still have not been broken. And he played in the 70s. Y'all not understanding what he did for the game. And so to the people who are pretty much dancing on his grave before the grave is even created, I would leave you on the trash ass player list, but I didn't talk about it. I'm going to say he's on my certified player list because of what he did for the game of football. So I salute O.J. Simpson. I did a whole podcast on him. Did you hear what Chocolate said? It's my latest episode. Shout out to Ethan, because Ethan is the only person that reached out to me and told me how outstanding it was right after he listened to it. And I appreciate you, Ethan Tweedy.
I think he's here.
He might be. So appreciate you so much, Ethan. He always lets me know he's listening to my podcast, and I appreciate that. My second certified player is Angel Reese, who went number 7 in the WNBA draft. But even more so than that, I just want to give a shout out to ESPN and the and in the NBA, WNBA and NBA for a what should I say? Well presented draft last night. It was awesome. And the lady, Miss Rowe, I keep forgetting her first name, who was doing the interviews after each person was drafted. She was excellent. And some of the stories were awesome. So salute to them for a great draft. I had one more and I can't remember. I guess I'm like you, Dennis. I should have written it down. But yeah, that's it. If I think of it, I'll tell you after you go.
Okay. What you got, C-Dub?
OKC's Shai Alexander and the OKC Thunder. They're number 1 seeded in the West. Mm-hmm. And this is also a good chance for the NBA to not focus on the guys that have been, that's been there for a while. It's time for them to focus on the younger talent and focus on the young teams that are coming up and rising. You also have Minnesota, you have and Denver, the way they've been playing. I mean, I just think that you really, they have an option opportunity.
I think that McDonald's Wi-Fi kicked in.
Right.
If they choose to go that route. So the young Thundercats over in the NBA. What you got, Dennis?
Certified player. I want to give a certified player. Yeah.
Everyone good?
It's you, bro. It's your Wi-Fi.
It's your Wi-Fi, C-Dub.
Yeah, Dub, you the Wi-Fi for me.
The Wi-Fi bandit.
That goddamn McDonald's Wi-Fi. Shout out to that McDonald's Wi-Fi for lasting at least 38 minutes. All right, we're going to say that. Shout out to that. Hey, certified player out there to the Orlando Magic. I picked the Orlando Magic to make it to the playoffs. Remember I said that? And everybody was like, the Magic? Yeah, the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I picked Detroit.
I like them. I like the Wagner brothers. I like the Wagner brothers, and y'all know I like Paolo Banchero. So how I feeling. Shout out to June for giving me a shout out today.
What?
On the Magic pick, because he was one of the ones that was laughing at.
A shout out to Blaze. That's his thing.
Oh yeah, that is Blaze. Blaze got some weird ass teams too.
Yeah, he like broken glass. He everywhere.
He everywhere. You know what I mean? But when he there though. He like broken glass. He like broken glass in your foot. He in there. You know what I mean?
Okay. Are you finished? Because I remember my other one. I forgot.
Go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
Oh, shout out to Blake Griffin, who retired. He announced his retirement. And he's one of my certified players because he had a pretty good career. I never thought that he lived up to his talent, though, but it was pretty decent for an NBA player. And he's still one of the greatest dunkers of all time, especially in game. Yes, he is. I said one of. I didn't say he is I said he's one of. I don't think he's top 5, but he's one of. And I mean, his dunks are some of the most powerful ones ever, though. If you look at it.
Ask Paul from the Lakers. How do you feel to get dunked on?
Hey man, you gonna leave my man PG-16 alone, man?
I'm just saying. So shout out to Blake Griffin
What's up, Donovan?
on his retirement. What's up, Donovan? Yeah, go Lakers. Lakers 8 seed. And from what I understand, Golden State is 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be rather interesting.
He was supposed to be the best player out of his draft class. That's what he was supposed to be.
Oh, you answering Jay? What was Blake
Right.
supposed to live up to? His talent.
His talent.
He was much more talented than what his career shows.
To me, the injuries got in the way.
Injuries got him after he left the Clippers, especially.
Was it the injuries or was it Doc Calipari? Which one was it?
You know what?
Both.
Stop.
Well, let me say this. Both.
Both. Both.
BOF.
BOF. Both.
BOAF. BOAF. That's it. Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Doc Calipari.
But let me say this. I thought Blake Griffin, I thought he was decent. But they were trying to make it seem like he was the next big thing. You know what I mean?
But he had the talent to be, though. He ain't going to be Michael Jordan or nobody. But he had the talent as a big man to be one of the greats.
Right.
Just like King Czar is saying, he was a superstar with the Clippers. He was.
But he wasn't the best player in his draft class.
But who was the head coach?
No, I didn't say that. But yeah, he was good. He was good enough. And, but I still don't think he ever lived up to
the hype.
His talent, not the hype. His talent. His hype was well deserved because he was that talented.
He was very talented.
I don't think he was able to realize that in the NBA. And I think who his coach was could have something to do with that.
Do you think
some of it is just him?
I can see that. It was like when he was with the Clippers, every time they make it to the playoffs, somehow, some way, he get injured. Him, Chris Paul, or somebody else get injured.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's part of his legacy as well.
And you be like, damn, y'all just got this far, but you injured.
Yeah, it's something to be said for not being able to stay healthy.
So
that's true.
Hell, he ain't the second best player in his draft class. Man, I think about it. Shit.
Here we go. What year was he drafted, Dennis?
2009.
And who else was in the draft class, Dennis?
Steph Curry.
Thank you. Of course he's not. But Steph Curry wasn't, you remember his scouting report?
Bad Angels.
Yep.
They said he wasn't going to translate well to the NBA. I was like, you out of your mind. We were calling him babyface assassin when he was at Davidson down here in North Carolina. Just letting you know.
I'm just telling you, Czar, he wasn't the second best player in that draft class.
Yeah, Czar, I agree, Czar. He was a great player. He really was.
Who are we talking about?
He was better than DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, that's an ultimate question mark, that guy.
Yeah, he's better than DeAndre Jordan. I was talking about Blake Griffin because he announced his retirement. So I was
I saw that.
Giving him his flowers on my certified player list.
Okay. I mean, I don't see a problem with that.
You know what? I'm gonna give another certified player to Don Staley and Kim Mulkey sitting next to each other at the draft. And they were sitting next to each other in part of the draft. And then the other lady, Don, on the other side of Don was the coach that she faced in the finals, the coach of
Iowa.
God, I can't talk. Iowa. And they were sitting right there next to each other talking on camera. So North Philly, Don Staley.
North Philly.
Certified.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here thinking about it. There's a lot of arguments you can make with that. I'm not gonna go no further about this 2009 draft. I'm gonna leave it alone, but it's a lot of arguments you can make here about Blake Griffin.
But hey, did you know that Don Staley has 4 Naismith Coach of the Year awards?
Yeah.
4.
So I think she got 4 or 5 years.
How many does Gino have? I just figured to ask.
I don't know.
She got 4.
He's a man. I'm not paying attention to the men.
Yeah.
Well, but he's coaching women's basketball,
I don't care.
though.
He's still a man.
Yeah.
Gino coached UConn, right?
Yeah. UConn women.
And she got 4.
She got 4 and she be balling.
So
I was having an argument with Rashawn yesterday. He gonna say Caitlin Clark shouldn't be the number 1 pick because she ain't better than Angel Reese. I said, yo, they play 2 different positions. He said it's positionless basketball. I said she like a foot taller than her. I'm like, it ain't even like what are we gonna do? So today he gonna say it don't mean nothing. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson ain't play the same position. I said they both was 6'9". Like, where you going with this?
Leave Rashawn alone. He's not here to defend himself. Leave him alone.
Don't start that. You know Rashawn will pop up in the comments.
Pop up in here.
Pop up in. I ain't worried about it. That was yesterday.
You know Rashawn will pop up in here.
I mean, he got his opinion.
Right.
I mean, I guess she deserved to go number 1, but I'm just really tired of the narrative that she single-handedly brought all this attention to the girls' game. That's a lie.
She was leading
the ratings tell you nobody even paid attention to her 2 years ago. Nobody. So, but the ratings were good. They were already inching this way up. The girls' game has grown during the pandemic since 2020. That's when it started. It's 2024.
Yeah.
Since they took that picture.
And I'm just saying. Last year, Caitlin Clark. 2022, did nobody know who she was?
Yeah.
Stop saying this single-handedly. She has changed the women's game. No.
Ron.
Dennis. My first question. If you a GM for your favorite NFL team, will you draft a top 3 player and he just got in trouble for the first time in college? Will you still take a chance on him? Sharon.
Wait a minute. Are you saying if he's only gotten in trouble one time?
One time.
And he just got in trouble?
Just got in trouble.
It depends on what the trouble is.
DUI.
Yeah, I probably would. What sport is it? NFL. Yeah, I would. NFL, yeah, I would. I would take a chance on him, but as part of his contract, he'd have some parameters to his contract.
Okay, Dennis. Well, I know you did it. You did it last year. So
yeah. Well, why are you saying that? I did last year, and that bull played out pretty good.
I didn't know. I don't know the answer. What's the answer, Dennis? Yeah. Would you? Oh yeah, I would. What about you, C-Double?
Yeah. I mean, it's simple. Does the talent match the production? Can he get in my locker room? And then I'm in charge of making sure everything's... Yeah, why not? I said that about Jalen Carter last year.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up because somebody told me, let me not take a chance on that man. And I like, are you smoking?
Who told you that?
William, what the hell you be on?
William who?
William.
I don't know.
You know who, Sharon?
I don't know who that is.
He said, well, if he...
Oh,
if
you mean Will?
No, William.
I don't know who William
Used to be with Andre now.
Richter?
Oh, William Richter. You was talking to William Richter last year?
Oh, okay.
Huh?
You was talking to William Richter last year?
No, this year, Dennis.
This year.
Oh.
Well,
I'm thinking about Jalen Carter right now. I don't know.
But he told me if he were a GM, he would not take a chance on him.
Hey man, that's why he ain't no GM. I don't even know why you said they had that conversation with him.
Sometimes you got to take a chance on somebody.
I mean, hey, some whole careers never would have been here if somebody didn't take a chance on them. I always think about two people. I think about Chris Carter.
I knew it.
And I think about Myles Garrett.
Mhm.
Myles Garrett was on tape smoking a bomb. And they
You sure that wasn't
broadcasted that 2 days before the draft.
No,
Do y'all remember that?
Isn't that Tunsil? That's Lemuel Tunsil. That was Tunsil. He's the one because he's the one with the mask. Yeah. I was about to say Myles Garrett was good.
Not
I
Myles
mean,
Not Myles
And
Garrett.
honestly, Sharon, it wasn't 2 days before the draft. It was about good 20 minutes before the draft.
Exactly.
Right before or something.
It was like 7:40. They dropped that drink.
And I'm like, what? And they still drafted him. I thought it was Myles. You're right.
And he's still a top left tackle in the game.
Yes, he is.
We just say the
And then
same thing.
everybody probably knows Chris Carter's story because he started out with the Eagles.
Right.
And the great Buddy Ryan cut him. He said, I'm doing this for your own good.
So
And Minnesota gave him another chance.
I mean,
he's grateful to that team to this day.
right. To me, I would take a chance on that dude. So I just say
Some people are just judgmental. They just, I don't know. They just don't care. They don't care what you do. You got to be perfect for them to be bothered with you, like they perfect.
Then he was like, what if his stock dropped? I said, okay, that's perfect. That's right up my alley.
Right. His stock dropped. That's already.
Yeah, it's good for me. I can pay him less.
Right.
I'm still gonna give him a chance.
Right.
And if he's good,
the contract ain't a guaranteed 5-year option.
Right.
The contract is down 4 years.
Right. So
and not only that, okay.
Me being a Falcons fan, Grady Jarrett tore his ACL last year. What are we talking about here? This one of the top D tackles in the draft. But what do I know, dog? My next question. Where do you rank these quarterbacks? John Elway, Troy Aikman, and Joe Montana. See that?
It's actually easy because Joe Montana is number one out of those three. Number two, I'm giving to Troy Aikman. And number three, I hate John Elway, so you and last deal with it. I'm petty, and I will always be petty towards Horse Teeth Elway. Mr. Head, look a mother. Anyway, yeah.
There'll be a lot of hate on this show.
No. There is no spin to make me fall in love with John Elway. Never.
Dennis, what you got for me?
What's somebody else like that? I ain't gonna point no fingers, say no name.
What you got, Dennis?
I'm gonna take Joe Montana. Then I'm gonna take John Elway. Then I'll take Troy.
Sharon.
You got life, man. It's I mean, it's obvious. It's Joe Montana, and then it's everybody else. So if I had to put them in order, it'd be Montana, Aikman, and then Elway. Now, I know everybody and their mama probably disagree with me, and that's fine. But I cannot put John Elway ahead of Troy Aikman because, well, several factors. Not because I don't like him, which I don't, but that's not the reason why. That's not the reason why.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry. You're on my team.
That's not why. That's not why.
We hate John Elway. It's fine.
I don't hate him, but I don't like him. I don't like Denver. I like nothing about that whole state of Colorado. So that's just me. But I always thought that he was overrated.
Thank you.
He had a strong arm. He was pretty good at extending plays, especially out of the pocket, scrambling. He was a good quarterback. He was great. But I still don't believe that he's better than some of these quarterbacks that people insist that he's better than. And Troy Aikman gets a lot of knocks on him because of who he played with. People cannot give him his credit because he played with playmaker and Emmitt Smith and what's his name, Charles Haley, and all these people, all these greats, all these Hall of Fame. Oh, because he had all them Hall of Famers around him. He wasn't really that good. He just won because of who he played with. No, because if you ask them who the key was to that team, they say it's him.
They say Troy.
They don't say it's him. They say it's him. I don't know. People just kill me with that nonsense. I hate it. I always hate that when people downgrade people's talent because of who they played with. I hate that. I'm very, very adamant about that. I hate it. It's not fair.
Well, look, real quick. The reason why I went Troy Aikman over John Elway is actually really simple. Troy Aikman 3-0. John Elway 2-2.
2-2.
I believe he's 2-2. Is it, or no? Was it 2-1? Either way, I know Montana beat him. That's all I know.
I know he only has 2 Super Bowl rings. That's what I know.
My next question: should Dennis Allen be on the hot seat going into the season? Dennis.
Since his name is Dennis, I'm going to have to say yes.
I've been saying hell yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
But it's not really. Let me explain. It's not really him the reason why he should be on the hot seat. I think it's the way that the franchise was left and set up, and they tried to plug and play pieces with certain things, and that shit just ain't gonna work. They need to just do a rebuild, in all honesty. But again, I'm gonna let y'all go.
Sure.
You need to do you said a rebuild?
A rebuild.
So the team as it's constructed is not really that great?
They got
hasn't been winning.
They got some good pieces.
We'll see what they do this season coming up. But the team that's currently constructed hasn't been winning. There's no way that team should not have won that division.
They got some good pieces in the world.
I told y'all they were gonna win last division.
Yeah.
I did. I told y'all. But anyway, yeah, he should be on the hot seat. In fact, his ass should be burning. Like burning up. Burning like Michael Jackson's hair that time. That's how it is. Because he's not, it's like, some of the reasons why some coaches keep their job even though they're not performing is because of the way that they are. You know what I mean? Or the splash that they made on the NFL. He's made no splash. He has no personality. His own team doesn't even really like him. They don't really care for him. They barely respect. They don't respect him, and he's not winning. So yeah, his ass should be on fire, flaming right now.
See, Doug.
I ain't never heard the respect thing. This might be something.
Oh, you don't remember when Jameis decided he goes on the huddle? They put him in like the last couple of plays of the game, and he decides the coach said do this, and he decided, no, we ain't doing that. We gonna do this. And
Coach said, yeah.
And the team followed him instead of the coach. Y'all don't remember that?
I remember.
Oh, I do.
So if that's said, that means that they lost the locker. I just want to know this. That's all I'm just asking.
Yeah,
if the player does something that a coach
for him, they decided to do what they wanted to
do. Now remember, Jameis is now in Cleveland.
Apologetic about it.
Now I'm gonna say this. Thank you for getting our ex-head coach fired. Thank you, Jameis. Thank you for that. At 12 o'clock that night, Arthur Smith got fired.
They didn't wait past anything else.
That's okay. We got him now. He gonna excel at the Steelers.
Chocolate girl, don't do that. No, he's not.
AP,
girl.
That's the new AP right there.
The man didn't want your quarterbacks.
AS.
So see, Doug, where you got from?
All right. I put a lot of thought in this. Dennis Allen doesn't need to be nowhere near the hot seat. Here's why. Simple. Here's why. Plays in the NFC South. If he's coaching that team, that means that's 2 more wins for my team. That means we gonna whoop their ass. That means we got 2 wins extra. And I want the Saints to be miserable. I don't worry about no. You know what? If they have to restart with them. I want the Saints to suffer. Suffer, I say. I want suffering. Look, for us Falcon fans, we have been through it.
You're not answering the question.
I am. I don't think you should be in a hot seat.
What you want to have happen. You want them to stop. That's what you're talking about.
No. I think. Hold on. I think he could do a good coaching job.
No, the question is, if he doesn't do well, is his man from the hot seat?
But
hold on. He could be, hold on. They're gonna be 500. If worse, or maybe a couple games under those 2 games that we win. But no, I just had to see y'all faces.
But
all right, no. Look. Oh, should he? He should look. If they don't start hot. I don't see how he stays there. I mean, unless he's got pictures of the owner. I mean, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you. Look.
He doesn't even have anything. No.
Yeah. Chocolate.
Nothing.
Chocolate. I understand what you're saying. I was just having some fun. But anyway, because it is our rival. But what I'm saying, so when it comes to our rival, I want to have a little fun. But yeah, I mean, look, if he starts off 0-5, 0-6, they got to get him out. I mean, because it's like this. I don't see how that team plays for him. Now, they just got rid of Jameis, or Jameis chose to go to the Browns because it was free agency. So we'll see. But, yeah, if things don't click, that I could see them making a change or, letting him go at the end of the year because I don't see it. And here's the thing. New Orleans always ends up competing. But I just don't see it with this year.
I think they should fire him before the season. To be honest, with you got all this talent. Wait a minute, you got all this talent. You got a lot of talent.
Yeah,
anyway.
Decent.
You fucked it up.
It's decent talent that they had last season.
Right.
Ron.
That much with it.
Oh, question to you guys. Who's under the most pressure? Eberflus with the Bears or Dennis Allen with the Saints?
With that, I say about even.
I was about to say, I can't pick between the 2 of them. Because
I can't pick. Both of them need to get fired. Both.
Look,
exactly.
They both ride on the banana boat.
Right.
Both of them.
And they both got holes in the boat.
Right. They're both sinking. Both.
Yeah, Dalton agrees. They're about even.
But my next question: name a NFL. Huh?
I said, "Where is Dennis? Where you go?" All right, go ahead.
Name a NFL team that should trade down in the first round. Sharon.
I do not have an answer to this question, so I'm punting this one.
Oh,
I don't because I'm not paying attention to that. So no, I don't know.
Let's see that.
us, the Falcons.
Wow.
Wow.
Twofold, because number one, all this talk of, tampering or whatever, which I don't even want to, or it's like, I don't really care for, but my thing is this, me personally, I want to trade down because I feel we could get any of the corners or pass rushers between 11, 12, 13, maybe even 15. But I'm willing to go down for the right price. And I want either a first, I want to get an extra second, and then next year's first. Especially if there's a quarterback there that people want. So I just feel like it would be good for the Falcons to actually trade down, get someone's pick for next year, and pick up a possible second round pick. Then you got a possibility of having 3 picks in the top 50. That's not a bad deal.
Dennis.
What number are y'all picking?
8.
We're picking at number 8.
Wasn't y'all 8 last year?
Yeah. We were 8 last year. We were 8 the year before. Yeah, we called that the Arthur Smith pick.
Dennis.
Trading down means you go from 8 down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Just want to make sure I'm getting this right.
Oh, if you're picking for the Falcons, I said 8. So yeah, if you were trading down, like you could go, all right, I have my 8th pick, I'll trade it for your 11 and 23. Let's just say we did that with Minnesota.
Okay.
That's what that's what we're talking about.
I actually got a feeling that the Eagles are not going to actually pick anybody. I think we're going to trade for a player. They canceled. Y'all know I went to the draft party last year at the stadium.
Yeah.
They got it as a nice little quiet sanction joint now, so it's only for the season ticket holders, which makes me think that we might be trading for a player.
Okay.
Okay.
My next question: do you think Deion Sanders had that much pull? He can get
it's juice. It's not pull. It's juice. He got the
juice, pull, all same
juice.
thing. He can get his son to a good NFL team next year. Sharon.
Man, hell yeah. Do you know who you're talking about? He's talking about Deion Sanders. He can write his son's ticket. Y'all don't get it. Yeah, the answer is yes. Yes, he's got that much pull.
Dennis.
Juice, pull, cinnamon,
from
whatever you want to call it.
From what I've seen on somebody's screenshotted on Twitter, he's already named the teams that he think he wants his son to go to.
Right.
But this is a video era, so I'll wait till I see it on video.
Well, I saw his response to that list that was put out. I saw him talking about it, and he said, why wouldn't I want him to go to places that I played at? And I know that's good, good organizations. So he must have said it. That's what I'm saying.
One of the places he didn't play.
Right, one of them, but the other ones he did.
So if Kansas City wanted Shedeur, would he tell them no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is LeVar Ball then we're talking about. We're not talking Dion because there are times. No, hold on. There are times when I hear Dion talk. I don't know who's a coach and who's the daddy's kid. And those coaching press conferences he's had where he's basically blaming everybody, I have a hard time taking Shedeur or his brother or Travis Henry seriously. I will say this. I want to see how they do this year. But it's like this. You're getting drafted by 32 teams. You ain't getting drafted by Dion's specialty teams. You know, who's this? Let's put it this way. God forbid, but let's say either the Eagles, the Falcons, or the Redskins are not good. Is Dion going to be okay with that?
He already made those picks. So obviously, if you make your bed, you got to lay in it, right?
That's what I'm saying. But my thing is this. He comes there. This is where I look at, I go, you're a head coach. Or if you're a head coach, you want your players just to do better for themselves regardless. You're not picking where they go. Yeah, that would be the equivalent, you know, of all these other coaches that had people on their teams going, I want them on this team. Well, they're not going on this team. So it's like this. I want to see how they do this season. I want to see if, you know, they have success, if the stats go through. And then I'm all for them getting drafted to wherever. But, man, I'm sorry. Just sometimes I listen to Dion and I go, God, you sound a lot like LeVar Ball. And I really don't like that because Dion's a Hall of Famer. Dion played in this league. Dion has done well. But here's the problem. Those kids are not Dion.
No, but he also know that there's a lot of teams over here that could ruin his son. So
yeah, like I said,
instead of sending them, hold on, let me just say this.
Go ahead.
Instead of sending them into the fire, into those bad organizations, he knows straight up, hey, what son's they come to play for you?
Is Pittsburgh a bad organization?
No.
I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. There are teams that have really good coaching staffs that could probably work with these guys. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to just be like, oh, hell no, we ain't going here. Dude, players ain't got that kind of, clout to say where they're going when they're getting drafted at first.
They don't.
We have not seen that lately. I'm talking about lately.
Well, it ain't about what's lately. I'm just asking. They don't have that kind of pool.
I think if you gotta lately.
I think let me just break it down to you. One of the last guys I've seen.
Deborah Beatty in the comments, y'all. What's up, Deborah? Go ahead, y'all.
Because the last person I remember, Dennis, was Eli Manning when they went Yeah, they both said the same thing and everything. Even when they got picked by San Diego, they were like, "Yeah, we ain't going." And then they got the draft or got the trade done. But what I'm saying is, I'm just
imagine if Archie Manning had social media back then. You imagine the amount of ignorant mess he would have said before the draft?
We don't know that. But here's the thing:
he don't have. But he didn't have social media back then. So
again, that's why I said
Eli didn't go to San Diego, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not this year's draft, but I think next year's draft, Eli will be the headliner of. Next year's Hall of Fame, Eli will be the headliner in that Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Sounds like his dad was right. Sounds like a father's love was right.
I was not. Look, I've said that was you asked when was the last time it happened. So I'm saying that's the last time.
I was actually trying to set it up, but Sharon beat me to it. That was the whole thing. I was trying to set it up.
Yeah, I was just stating that's the last one I know of. That's the last one I remember.
I didn't say anything. I beat you too. I didn't beat you to nothing.
My whole thing.
I forgot. Now wonder why you don't like it. Thank you, sir. I forgot all about that. Now wonder why we go into all this. Oh, that makes a lot more sense now.
What you talking about? What you talking about?
Elway did. Elway also did that.
Yeah, Elway. Yeah, but that was this is like I said. If we're talking recent, that's like what? Well, God, that was like 81, maybe. Yeah, I was 10 years old, guys.
Well, okay.
Or
I'm gonna push
six,
back
or-
just a
I
little
can't
bit. I'm gonna push
Yeah.
back on you a little bit, C-Double,
I thought
because first of all, I'm gonna say this about picking where you want to go. Eli and Elway are just two of the people that we know did it.
mhm.
Doesn't mean that they were the only two that did it. Those are just the two that we know about. Let's get that out of the way. Second of all, Deion is on another level. He's not LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball was overreaching, making wild decisions and saying wild, unrealistic stuff, and just being pure ignorance in the name of love for his kids. So I admire and respect LeVar Ball on the one hand, but you cannot compare Deion to him. He is not being LeVar Ball. No. He is fighting fiercely for his sons because as a professional, as a Hall of Famer who ended up going to several other teams, he knows the game.
Okay.
He knows how he was this close to having his own career being ruined if he had made a misstep. It may not have ended up the way it was. The only reason why it did the second half of his career is because he's Deion, because he is so great. He's one of the greatest athletes ever across any sport. He's him. And I believe Shedeur and Travis are extremely talented. I don't believe that they're Deion either. I believe that they can be coached up to be like Deion-esque, whatever you want to say it.
So
we'll see. But hold on, Ron. But what I'm saying is, I don't find what he's doing to be distasteful. And the reason why is because he's not setting a precedent. The precedent's already been set. I think that people are spending way too much time nitpicking and drilling down on every little thing he is saying and doing and trying to make differences in it. And it's really no difference than what Archie did. No difference than what Elway did. They didn't
Did Archie let his son get thrown the football?
Hold on. They didn't play. They didn't want him to play in bad organizations, period. I'm not talking about all that other stuff, the Flash and all that. That's not what we're talking about. But I'm talking about specifically what they're doing now. And this is a social media age. People are going to ask him questions about it. He's going to talk about it because Deion doesn't run away from any conversation. So he's going to say it. He's going to say what's on his mind, and he's going to be honest because he's not a liar. He ain't going to run around lying. So that's the way it is. That's what happens when you talk to Deion. He's going to be very honest. And like I said, he knows how cutthroat the NFL is. And so he's trying to help navigate his boys. That's how I see it. Yes, he's their coach, but he's their daddy first. And he's going to try to take care of his sons. And I don't have any issue with it. I have zero issue. I understand. You can have your own opinion. I'm not saying you can't. And I'm not knocking. I'm just saying for me, and I'm just trying to give you some other things to think about. But for me, I don't have any issue with it. And if he can do it, and he can dictate, and they can go somewhere and they end up flourishing, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see.
Well,
I don't have no problem with it.
He said the quarterback get drafted, that where the corner got to get drafted too. Now, can he pull that off?
Can he do what?
Will his son get drafted, that where the corner got to go too. Both of them got to play.
You mean both sons?
Yeah, both of them got to be on the same team.
Somebody will do it.
I don't have a problem with that.
Just like somebody going to draft LeBron James Jr. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And they shouldn't even touch that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be rather interesting. But yeah,
I'm just look.
I think
What I saw.
he picked what he picked the teams that he thought would fit them best, and he has relationships with. If you look
That's
at the
what I
teams
thought
that
it
he
was.
picked, he's got relationships with all them teams.
That's exactly what I thought, Shannon. He got a relationship with all them teams. And I personally think his personal relationship is with the Atlanta Falcons. That's what I personally
No. Let me clean this up. His personal relationship in New Orleans Saints. He been talking all that shit about the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, he do talk shit about the Falcons, but when the scout
but Atlanta is on the list though.
Wait a minute, you expect us to draft your kids, but you been talking shit about us for 4 years?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes,
because his kids evidently can make y'all better. Yeah, he expects that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's what he's thinking.
Sharon, right now, as those Atlanta Falcons fans, they saying like they made the playoffs or something last year.
No. Well, they hold on.
Like they won 10 games.
No.
Why? Hold on.
You know what's the problem with fans, Sharon? They stopped on the preseason like they won some shit.
Oh yeah, last place. Deion finished last place. We don't want to talk about that. You know, this great head coach, this great leader, finished last place. But he knows it all. He's going to take us to the pro. Man, please. I'm sorry. I just.
Well, wait,
he couldn't even run the football. I'm talking about Deion. Because you're saying they didn't go to the playoffs. You just said that Falcons didn't go to the playoffs.
Let me ask you a question.
I got a question. Who finished last place?
Colorado, didn't they? Last I checked, they finished last. In the Pac-10 or 12, whatever they want to call it today.
I don't know.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know where he finished, but that was his first year, you know.
Hold on, I got it, Sharon. I got it.
No. He told everyone that he arrived to put some respect on him.
C-Dub. Can I ask a question? How many college coaches you know do significantly that great in their first year?
No. Hold on. You're right. Not many. But yet he sat on the podium going, y'all put some respect on my name. You know who I am. You know who I am.
But he did.
Hold on. After a win against TCU that was depleted after their national championship. And then hold on. They had their moments. They were, look at us. But then when they started losing all these games, then he started throwing the line under the bus. Then he said the running game. But yet, when they saw the play calling, they kept throwing the ball over and over and over. And their guy kept getting hit. Shedeur was getting hit. So again, what I'm saying is this. I got no problem with giving another year and saying, let's see what you do. Because that's the way I see it.
C-Dub, let me ask you a question, C-Dub. Mm-hmm. I hear what you're going. I hear where you're going with the Deion chat. I see you got a little Deion hating. Mm-hmm. Let's bring it on the way out.
No, not really.
Hold on, C-Dub. Let me ask you a question.
Deion hate.
How many games did Colorado win before Deion got there?
I remember this one. One. Was it one?
How many games did they win with Deion?
What, 4?
4. So obviously he made a significant difference on the team, right? And you say TCU's program was depleted. You don't think Colorado's was depleted?
Oh, no. Hold on. Because Deion made it very clear. Look what we did in the transporter. Look how we got these guys. Look, I'm just going and saying, well, Deion, you're telling me what you've done. You're telling me you want to be crowned. You're telling me you want respect. So when I bring back, the question, then it's hate. It's not hate. Every first year coach. Well, again, every first year coach has their flaws. They look bad. Can I give you a little lesson? Kirby Smart didn't look great in his first year here. Okay, and people were bitching about that. Okay. And we lost to Georgia Tech. We lost to Tennessee. No, I was actually like, you start the year, you got to see what this guy's going to do. He made it very clear. We don't have the horses to play. we got to get working on that in recruiting. He said that when he first got there. He didn't say, all right, guys,
Dion also, wait a minute. When Dion first got there, he also
put
said that
some
we didn't
respect
have.
on my name.
Hold on. When Dion first got there, he also said we didn't have the size
Hurry
to
up.
keep up with the boys.
All I'm saying is what he said in all his press conference. All right. Again, Dion I get it, guys. But when I listened to him, I said he comes off like LeVar. He comes off like he's a dad, not a coach. Because coaches are trying to build up and get everyone involved. Dion doesn't really do that. But, hey, look, agree to disagree. I get it. I'm just saying, when I listen to Dion, I kind of just go, we'll see what you can do this year. Because that's all I can say. Because everyone said, well, you can't look at the first year because that's his first year.
Hurry up. So
okay.
I get my word in.
Go on.
Okay. C-Double, like I said before, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I'm never going to put you down for having your own opinion. But I don't think you're being fair. I'm just going to say it that way. I don't think you're being fair to Dion, because him coming in saying, put some respect on my name. If you go back to that first week, that first game that they won, and what led up to that first game, he had every right to say that. Every right to say it.
Okay.
Because all these people all over the place, first of all, you had the black people mad because he left the HBCU. So he had to deal with that shit first. Okay. I wasn't one of them. I was glad he left. Second, then you had the hateration, old white dudes in suits mad that he's the head coach at Colorado, and who thinks that the only reason why he got the head coaching job is almost like affirmative action hire or something. They're pissed because they don't think he's able to handle coaching a team at that level, just coming from an HBCU. So he had to deal with that. He was not even supposed to win that first game. Everybody, all these people, these naysayers, I won't say everybody, but all these naysayers said he would not win, and that nothing that he does is going to translate into winning. And they won. And they won it handily. It wasn't like they eked out a win. They were the better team on that field that day. And so, hell yeah, he gonna say, put some respect on my name. And the reason why he said it is because he's a real fucking coach. He is not just standing up there being Neon Dion, a name he hates. He's not just being Prime. He's not just being the social media Prime. He is actually on the freaking sideline coaching the damn team. That's what he did. And that's how they won that game. Then you said he's out there being braggadocious the first game. And then when he started losing, that's when he started throwing people under the bus. Okay. You have room to throw people under the bus when you have more games that they're losing. Of course, you're not going to throw them on the bus the first week because they won. So it makes sense as they start losing, he's going to say something. He's not going to say anything about the mistakes that were made if they're winning all these games, but when they started losing, there's a reason why. And you also have to understand the types of questions he was being asked in those press conferences. Nobody wants to talk about the kind of questions those people were asking him. He was being asked questions that they weren't even asking the great Alabama coach Saban after games that they lost. He was being asked questions that they were not asking other head coaches, and he knew it. And he was ready every press conference. I watched every game, every press conference from start to finish. And every time I watched those press conferences, I watched his, and I watched all the players that they put on Facebook, all of them. I'm not Facebook, on YouTube. I watched the full press conference and I listened to the questions that he was asked.
Mm.
And
I'm listening.
many times he was asked questions in such a way, and his answers were what they were. He's Deion. He's going to answer that way. But was he really coaching those boys? He coached those boys. He also, this, like Dennis was trying to say from the very beginning, he said they don't have big dogs up front, big hogs up front. They didn't have them. So he knew he was going to have problems with the line. And as the season went on, it wasn't that he was just throwing those other kids and protecting his son. If he calls plays and Shedeur does what he tells them to do, and these other players don't do what they're supposed to do, what is he supposed to say? Oh, Shedeur messed up too? When Shedeur did mess up, when he said that Shedeur held the ball too long, he said it in the press conference twice that week. Shedeur was holding the ball too long. I mean, so he did criticize his son. He also said something about the other one a couple times. But and I'm saying all this to say, I think you're being a little unfair. I understand how you feel, but I really believe you're being a little unfair. And I'm just asking you to think about it in a little different way. Yes, and I know you said that you feel like he doesn't sound like a coach. He sounds like a father. Well, that's what happens when you got your dad coaching you on a national scale with everybody watching. That's how you're going to sound sometimes. There's only so much separation you can do when that's your kids and you love them as much as you do. So, yeah, he's going to sound like that. It doesn't bother me. It bothers you. Okay. Well, you're a man, too. And the football is mainly no. Hear me out. This is what I mean by the you're a man comment.
Yeah, but
you're a man
okay.
comment. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm saying football is a man's sport. And being a man that loves an aggressive sport like football, that touchy-feely mommy daddy stuff, there's no place for it in the game. That's not what you're there looking for. So I can see how that can rub you the wrong way. That's all I'm saying. It's not a put down for being a man. I love men. Love y'all. But that's what I'm saying. So I can see how you would look at that and be like, I don't like that. I can see that.
Okay.
It just doesn't bother me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
My next question.
Mm-hmm.
It is rumors going around about the Dallas Cowboys thinking about trading Micah Parsons. How many draft picks would you give to the Dallas Cowboys to get him? Shannon.
The Steelers?
Yes.
We ain't giving nothing.
Yeah, they're pretty loaded.
We don't need him, so we ain't giving those draft picks for him. You got
you could probably trade a player, maybe.
Yeah, you got to ask Philly and Atlanta because we ain't doing that.
Dennis.
No.
I would give up a first, a player. No, I give up a second, a third, and a second next round, and a player.
What player would you give up?
What?
Bryce Huff. Bye.
Who?
The man they just bought.
What's his name?
Bryce
Huff. I'm gonna say it again. You want to hear it again? Bryce Huff. Look at me, Sharon. Sharon, look at me.
I don't know why you keep doing that, but okay.
Sharon, look at me. Look at me, Sharon. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
See that? What you got?
All right. Look, I'm giving up whatever I can get to get this guy. I'll give up a first. Heck, I'll even give up another first because that man deserves those. Because you're telling me I could get him as my pass rusher, and then you know what? I'll give up Arnold Ebiketie so they can have something young up there. But yeah, shoot, whatever it costs. How about that? Whatever it costs, go get him. If that really is the case. They are not getting rid of Micah. If they get rid of Micah Parsons, I will be stunned.
Wait a minute.
They're not.
There ain't no way.
Wait a minute. They said this, the rumor. I get the message in there.
No, I know. I hear you. I'm just like going, no way.
They said he wearing out his record in the front office. Yes.
In the front office? What
In
you
In the
mean?
front office?
They went.
You mean Jerry Jones is mad at him?
I get somebody mad at him. This what I've been hearing. And
Wait a minute, Ron. Did Pop say this to you? Did Pop say this?
No.
Well, if Pops ain't said, then it ain't true.
And you know, Pop, everybody wants to be a Dallas Cowboy.
It ain't
You know,
true.
TJ Watt wants to be a TJ.
Now I'm telling you, if Pops was on the show saying that he heard that rumor too, I would believe it. But nah.
There ain't no way.
I got a video. I'm gonna send to you after the show, Sharon.
Send it to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
still
wow.
gonna ask Pops. You know, I'm Saturday at 4:00. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
in
I
here
know.
asking him.
Oh, you need to, Sharon, because there ain't no way.
I ain't believing it.
But this what this video is saying. Now we don't know how true it is, you know, but I did y'all video. They're saying it. So,
I don't believe it.
Shoot, you get Micah Parsons, you give up whatever you need to.
What would you give up, Ron?
I give a first, a second, and a third next year.
A third next year.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I get this, so I would say 2 first. I call their bluff. I'd want to see if they're serious. Let's start at 2 first rounds.
I ain't doing it.
I mean, I just saying.
TJ,
We got the quarterback. So
I'm good over here in Steeler Lane.
oh yeah, you good. You got plenty.
Yeah, we
You got ones to spare.
My next question. Do you think the big man in college basketball will make it into the NBA? Sharon.
Name one. That's all I'm gonna say. Name
DJ
one.
Burns.
Who?
DJ Burns.
Have no idea. I cannot name not one male NCAA player that's possibly going to the draft right now. I can't name one. I just can't.
You just said you like men. Why don't you?
I do. But the men.
No, I'm with you. Hold on, I'm with you too.
I didn't watch them. I watched my team. I watched Michigan State, and I watched 2 Duke games and a Carolina game.
Sharon.
Okay.
The only way I learned guys' names was during the tournament, so I totally understand.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the tournament really.
After I get through to everybody, after I hear y'all answer, I will tell you the 2 names I got.
Okay.
Tell me, because I don't know nobody.
Dennis.
What you got, Dennis?
Yeah, I agree with Zar. It should be a late first round pick. I meant.
Who?
But I think Zach Edey is pretty good, but a lot of people say he's not good in space and doesn't defend well on the perimeter. But shit, Anthony Davis don't defend well on the perimeter. But
where does he play? Zach Edey, where does he play?
Purdue. He's the big guy for them.
Okay, wait a minute. Now I do know who that is, y'all. I just didn't realize that was his name. Right. I did watch him play. He good.
See that.
You know, I definitely liked what Zach Edey brought to the Purdue. I was impressed watching him play. And, you know, like Ryan said, you know, it's like this. When people go, well, he doesn't do this. Shaq didn't play perimeter defense. Shaq played in the paint. You know, when you have a big man, you keep it simple. You know, DJ Burns, looks like he reminds me so much of Zach Randolph. I don't know about y'all.
What did I say?
What I do?
You didn't say that, man.
He does.
I said it.
But
he's baby Zach. That's what I called him.
I don't think he's gonna make it in the NBA though.
And
I
think
got a bad feeling about him.
And-
It's his mentality that's bothering me.
Here's the only thing I think about when I see him though. I see like a Zach Randolph. I see his game, and I see how he plays, and I could see him doing well. I actually like how he played. I think what really sold me was watching him running up and down the court, because I didn't think he could do that. But not trying to be mean, but those are the two guys. But also, I just want to throw this guy out there because I fell in love watching him play. Goki from the Oakland.
Yeah.
I mean, that boy, every moment he had a chance to shoot, I loved watching him shoot the threes. That he was like clutch. I'm sorry. I know that's sore to Dennis because somebody couldn't make an adjustment, and I agree with you.
No, I'm
but-
sorry.
Man, at one point they had two guys. They had two guys on Goki, and I'm going. And Goki's like, "Yep, screw it, shoot!" And I'm like,
Oakland, boy.
Oh,
"Boy,
that's why I say
Shout
those
out.
two dudes.
Hold on, Ryan. Shout out to Doc Calipari out there.
Stop it. Go ahead, Ron.
These two dudes, I don't think they would make it because they got that old school basketball game.
Who?
If you look at DJ Burns, Zach Randolph, what did Zach Randolph used to do back in the day with Memphis?
back it in, fade away,
Well,
jump
we-
shot."
He had a tremendous post game,
Pose,
He did.
and he clear out that middle.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Not
They
too much got past Zach now. That's my sparring
Right.
dog. So I
Right.
know that game.
Right. I with you. But what I'm saying, the way the big men play basketball today, they don't do that.
No, they don't.
Ryan, you can say that, but nowadays, and I know it's gonna be hard for people to admit this, can't nobody stop that goddamn Joker.
Yeah,
Once again,
So they gonna have to get some big men. They got to get some big men to get
And-
6 fouls on him.
right.
yeah.
I'm glad you said that. I was waiting for that. Me and you just like this, Dennis.
Just saying.
No.
Get the
Does that
check with him here.
Mhm.
From Purdue? He to me, he just stay in the middle.
Yeah,
I look at he just stay in the paint. What so special
But
about
I think he's coachable though, and he's got
Yeah.
skills that can translate. My
But-
issue with the other dude is, like I said, his mentality.
I think if you got the right coach with him.
I just said I didn't watch a lot of their game.
Right.
I didn't watch a lot of their game because I'm an avid basketball fan. So when I say I didn't watch a lot, that means I didn't watch every week. Doesn't mean I didn't watch not one. I just didn't watch it a lot and cannot remember their names.
Right.
But the dude at Purdue, he's coachable. You can
But
coach him
what
up.
I'm saying,
And I believe he's got raw talent. The other guy, he's big and he's fun and he's tough. He
right.
can run you over to get down the lane and blah blah blah. Kind of remind you of LeBron in that regard.
But
But
What?
DJ Burns.
I
Nope.
said he can run you over
he
in
the
the
one
lane
you over like that.
like LeBron.
Okay. I know. I'm just.
saying
Like LeBron runs people over.
Mhm.
But
that
I'm concerned about his game totally translating because of his mentality.
But-
now I'm down here in North Carolina. He's an
Yeah.
NC State guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I hear things because I'm all in with the sports people down here.
Right.
And that's where this is coming from.
Right.
All right.
That's why I'm saying they got that old school vibe to them.
It's not even the old school with this dude
It-
for me. It's
like-
it's just this right here. This right here.
It like that. To me, he cannot shoot on the outside.
Be
Like
nice, Derek.
like-
Be nice.
like today basketball players, the big mans shoot on the outside. You see what I'm saying? To me, he stay down low. Whatever you block, put back that hit game to me.
Hey fellas, I gotta dip out. So I'm gonna tell you my 2 quick answers. Ron, what makes a great defense in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Tough, fast, smash mouth football. That's what makes it good. And should Ronnie James stay in school? He should stay in school. I holla. I'll see y'all later.
What make a great defense, Dennis, in the NFL?
I'm going to say getting after the quarterback and stopping the run makes a great defense.
See that.
We're going to sweep this one. You got to get that You got to get that quarterback down, and if the running back's in the way, knock him down too. That's what a strong defense needs to be. Don't, because I cannot stand defenses that say, "Okay, let's just protect the guys, protect."
All right.
Can't hold them forever.
Okay, that's what I would say. My last question of the night: should Bronny James stay in school or go to the NBA draft? Dennis,
go to the draft.
Why? Why you say that?
You guaranteed to get picked.
You sure about that?
Yeah, his dad already said whatever team he go to, that's the team I'm going to. And LeBron has an option this year. So
see that.
Man, this is hard because in one hand, I think the right answer is stay in school because, dude, I mean, did he get to play much? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny on this one. I'm asking because I didn't see a whole lot of highlights from USC.
He played 50% of the time, and he had that heart problem.
Yeah, see, that's my other issue because, like Dennis is saying, go to the draft, and I'm kind of, it's like I don't want to say it because I just feel like it's going to be too much pressure for him. And not only that, let's be honest, if he didn't have like really good numbers in this year, that means you kind of need to kill it in the workout. Because if you don't, what then is going to happen is everyone going to go, well, you know why he got picked.
Right.
Yeah. And that's going to be hard for that guy. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny or anything. That's going to be hard. And that's why I'm like hoping, LeBron, come on, do the right thing. Let your son stay in school, and let him live his life and do his thing.
Right.
And if he gets in the NBA, cool. But Dennis bringing up that option year does make me wonder if that does happen.
I think it will happen, but I think he needs to stay in school for another season. For another basketball season, stay in school. To me.
Yeah.
I mean, because education to go a long way. Even without basketball, later on down the line, you do use your education for other stuff, to me.
Yeah.
So, I could be wrong, and I could admit when I'm wrong. But
all right, y'all. I want to thank y'all for coming out. Anybody got any last words?
Thank you to the fans. Y'all, we will not be doing this. Like, share the show. Shout out to Pops and the Henry brothers, the Eye Test, C-Dub Wrestling Show. Y'all need to check it out.
Channel C-28 is where we're at. And big news, this Saturday, we were able to get a host to join us on the Open Forum show. Basically, it's open talk of wrestling. And what we're doing, we got somebody that's from the 92.9 The Game radio station, John Chuckery. He was working the night shifts or the late caps, and basically he's agreed to come on and talk some WRASSLING wrestling. and we're gonna have a good time. And I hope everyone come by 1 o'clock. You know, we'll be answering questions, and then not just that, we'll throw some of y'all on the show if you like.
All right. Again, thank y'all for coming out tonight. God bless. Great night.